G'day Salty fam. Before we get into today's video, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that reached out about the saltwater pond and all the dramas we've been having. It means a lot, guys. I had so many comments. When you go through the dramas like I've been going through, it just gets a bit disheartening. And you guys' comments just make it all worthwhile, so I really appreciate it. Here's what we're up to today. Spike's still looking a bit fuzzy. He doesn't trust me because she's bloody leaking. Another pond, it's not a cool hexagonal one like this. But I'm starting to get coralline algae growth going now.
Now, it's not the same pond as it used to be, but
Saturday, I've just done the first water change to remove as much of the Prezi as I can. I've put the UV back on. I've got the skimmer back on. Spike's still looking a bit fuzzy. He doesn't trust me because I kept on scooping him out for freshwater baths. He's a bit iffy on me. But he's still kicking. One positive out of it all, but I guess I'm gonna have to try and get all the bloody fish out of these systems at some point. I put the skimmer on and it just won't stop over skimming, guys. So I've unplugged one of them and it's just running on one at the moment. The other one's not plugged in. Wish me luck. I've had this big industrial fan running. As you can see there's water. I don't know if the pond has been leaking or I did a big birthday on the sump filter just to make sure there was no disease or anything in there. And then it was a mission to get the seal back. And I think just a heap of water's got under the pond and it's just been coming down to get out. So I'll turn this beast on and keep drying it out. The real disheartening thing, Salty fam, is that I'm starting to get coralline algae growth going everywhere. Like, I'll dunk yous in, let's have a look. Sadly, I reckon we were right. She's bloody leaking. So 100%. Next weekend, I've got another pond. It's not a cool hexagonal one like this. It's just a rectangle one. I'm gonna have to get a couple of little shell pools or something, put all the rock and coral into that, and then a pond for the substrate. Then set this guy up. I'll have to drain all the water out of this system, pump the water from here into there so that's what's in there. It's going to be all on. I've just been flat out with work. I've had rugby on Saturdays, so I haven't had any spare time, but we've got no rugby next Saturday and I should have a couple of spare hours to try and get this done. We got another 2 leaves opening up on the mangrove. How cool's that? Do you know what the ultimate pond dream would be for me, Salty fam? I've been watching a guy on YouTube for a fair few years now called Paul Cafaro, and he's just built himself he's built 2 awesome saltwater ponds, and the dream would one day be to build something like that in this position here. Check this out. It's such a nice pond.
2 specimens here, cleaner wrasse. All I gotta do is float them. I want to give you guys an update on what the pond's looking like. We're gonna go through our first algae bloom now that we have lights. If you don't know we have lights, you've missed a lot. It just looks absolutely insane now. It's not the same pond as it used to be. But, like I said, since we have algae in there now because the lights are in, I'm gonna need to get more inverts so that the snails can start eating more, and I obviously don't have a lot of that stuff just yet. But with 8 radions hanging above the pond.
How awesome would that be? But I'd have to enclose this and get it a bit more element friendly. Maybe that's all my dramas is because it's exposed to a lot of the open environment that we're getting contaminants coming in of some kind. But I think if that was the case, they'd show up in my ICP, and they haven't. I'm gonna do a glass shrimp delivery to the local fish shop, and I'll bring you along. If there's anything cool, we'll film that. Hopefully you enjoyed that one, Salty fam. If you did, be sure to smash that like button. And if you'd like to see more, subscribe. But until next time, stay salty. Yo!